Hello everybody, and thank you for joining me. This is Ciara from Ciara T Designs, and today I have these stunning blue Christmas cards to share with you. So let's jump right in. So to start, I am going to cut down my cardstock. You guys know that's how I like to roll. And I'm going to cut these down to be about 1/4 of an inch smaller than my A2 base, giving me a nice border all the way around. And there's no mat with this, which I know you'll be surprised because you guys know I love a good mat, but I am leaving the border white because the whole panel will be those beautiful blues. So I have never done this color combo before, but it is stunning. So I have Salvaged Patina, Mermaid Lagoon, and Uncharted Mariner, and the three of them together create this, well, you saw it, these really stunning blue shades, tealy blue really, because Salvaged Patina is kind of more on the aqua-y tealy side, but I love how these came together. I think that they are just incredibly beautiful together, and I cannot wait to use this again. I think this color palette would also create you a very beautiful masculine card if you wanted to go that direction, or I'm sure ladies would like it as well, but I honestly struggle the most with masculine colored cards, and I think these colors would lean that way beautifully. So you should absolutely, if you need masculine colored cards, give this a go and see what you think, because I think it'd be really pretty. So I am going to use white embossing in this card design, but when I was editing this, I was really thinking, and I was looking at it and I'm like, you really could add silver instead. So when I go in and do the white embossing for the sentiment and the white splatter, keep in mind that you could actually do silver instead if that's your preference, because I do bring in some holographic cardstock as well. I use a little bit of it to do one of the snowflake layers, and I think that you really could lean more into that silver if you wanted to. But I went white just because the border is white and I wanted to pull a little more white in. But when I was looking at this, I'm like, man, I could have brought in more silver. Because of course the last set I used quite a bit of gold, or, it was white and gold. So the only color was gold. But this one I could have really leaned into the silver instead of going white. But yeah, so just an idea. And I wanted to show you guys, I generally blend lightest to darkest. That's just how I do. There's no rhyme or reason for it. It's just how my mind works, but you can do either. So I just wanted to show you. So the first panel I blended, I did Salvaged Patina, Mermaid Lagoon, and then Uncharted Mariner. And then on this one, I went the other direction. I did Uncharted Mariner, Mermaid Lagoon, and then Salvaged Patina. The only thing I will say is that I probably went a little too far with the Uncharted Mariner, just because usually I'm so used to that color blending in, but of course the darkest color does not get overruled by the lightest color, so keep that in mind. And then for some of the snowflakes, I wanted to have them be the same shades of blue, so I did these little squares. This is just the size of the snowflake, so I cut them down to that. I think it was like 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. And then I'm going to color 3 of them Salvaged Patina and 3 of them Mermaid Lagoon, just because that's what's going to match. And then I'm also going to have 3 that are that holographic cardstock, and that's going to create that layered snowflake look that we're going to have later. Now I did go in and splatter on a little bit of Perfect Pearls. You guys know I love some shimmer and shine in my card designs, especially Christmas. I think Christmas is where I bust out all the shimmer and shine, as I just love it so much. But you could skip this step if splatter is not your preference, but I love splatter. So then I brought in, this is the Vault Winter Wishes Snowflake die from the Tim Holtz set. I don't know if it's still available. I always link and list everything I've used in the description down below, so you can go and check that out. If it is not available anymore, I will find you a snowflake close-ish to the one that I've used, the best that I can. But any snowflake you have in your collection that has some open area that's, a bit larger will work for this. But this is probably my favorite snowflake I own. I use it so often because I love it so much. But there's no wrong snowflake. They're all stunning. So use what you have, or, purchase a new one if you're kind of leaning that direction. And then, of course, I'm going to pop out all of the die cuts here so that I can have that beautiful snowflake. So I opted to have 3 layers to my snowflake. You could do 1. If you wanted to, you could just do the holographic one. I'm going to layer them up because I think that's a really fun look. And I think having that holographic pop out the back, because I put it as the last layer, really adds some depth to these snowflakes, and it catches the light and just looks beautiful. But you could layer this up however you wanted to. I just thought that that holographic adds some really interesting shimmer and shine in the background of these snowflakes. So, you know, that was my design thought. But of course, as always, you can change up anything to work with what you have in your stash, you know, what colors your preference is, that kind of stuff. So always keep that in mind. My whole goal is just to inspire you to create. So hopefully you find something interesting in what I've done, whether it's the color I used, whether it's doing the ink blending, whether it's the snowflakes and layering. It doesn't matter what you take away from this. I just hope to inspire you in some way so that you create and, bring a little bit of joy to your day, because I do think that being creative is, does bring a lot of joy. So hopefully that does for you as well. I did opt to splatter a little bit of that Perfect Pearls on these snowflakes as well. I just wanted a little more interest on them. That's the only reason. You could skip that step again if splatter is not your preference. And then I brought in the Simon Says Stamp Christmas Blessing stamps. If you guys have seen any of my Christmas videos, this is my favorite my favorite stamp set for Christmas cards. I love the sentiments. They always are just so pretty, because they're a mix of fonts and I use them a lot. But here is where I think you could have used silver embossing instead of white, and that would have looked really pretty as well. But I also kind of like that the most eye-catching shimmer comes from that holographic snowflake layer, which you'll see when I hold the cards up in the end and I show them to you kind of in their glory. But I don't know. So far, this might be my favorite card set of July. Obviously, we're only like halfway through at this point, but I don't know. That color is just, those blues together are just so eye-catching, and I love how they came together. So this may be my favorite. We'll see. I haven't made all of the cards yet, so who knows, but I do, have quite a few of them made at this point, because I do try to stay ahead so that my members get early access to view the videos. So a big shout out to my members. You guys are phenomenal. I cannot state how much I appreciate your support of my channel. You guys make this possible, and you are amazing. So thank you so much. So here I just quickly heat set that white embossing powder, and I decided I wanted a little more white to be brought in. Like I said, I want to tie that white border that I'm going to have on the panels in. So I opted to splatter on some Picket fence paint. I did it on the background and on the snowflakes. And again, you could do this in silver if you wanted to. I think that would also look really pretty and be very eye-catching. So keep that in mind. If you're not sure about the white and blue, you could do, the white and silver, and it would look really pretty. And I chose to go in with a brad here. I have had these brads in my collection a long time, and I generally forget that I have them. But it's such a fun way to attach the snowflake. And I want to say that I got a comment on a video, it could have been last year's 12 Weeks of Christmas series. It could have been last year's Christmas in July series. I don't remember. But I do recall someone commenting that I could have attached my snowflakes with brads. So if that was you, thank you for this cool idea. I thought it was really fun, but honestly, I don't remember who commented it. It was so long ago. But so I opted to bring in these silver brads, and I'm just poking a hole into the center of the snowflakes. I layered them up, and then I poke a hole in it with my pokey tool, my craft pick, on top of my tea-stained, I think that's a Simon Says Stamp, one of their silicone mats. And I just used that to kind of, poke the hole through. And then I'm also going to do it in the background. I'm going to change my mind about placement, but thankfully you can't actually tell, so it doesn't really matter. So here I've thought I lined it up where I wanted it. I poked the hole. I then, line up every background, poke the hole in those as well. And then I put my snowflake through, and I completely changed my mind. You're going to see that here in a second. But thankfully, it's really easy to cover up because the snowflakes are going to hide the hole. But I felt it was just a little bit too far above the sentiment for how I wanted the design to look. So I actually pulled it out. I repoke my hole just a little bit below the hole that I did the first time, put it back in, and I like that a lot better. So then, of course, I go through and repoke the hole in all three panels. And then I'm happy and we can kind of move forward. And honestly, at this stage of the game, the card is pretty much done. Like, these came together pretty quickly. Not as quick as those white and gold ones that I did before this set, but these. So, I mean, if you, again, need a mass-produced card design, I think this one would lean pretty well to that as well. The only thing is that I do find that if I do a lot of ink blending, my wrist does start to get a bit sore. So that's something to keep in mind. But I mean, you could do a couple of panels at a time. But I think this would be a stunning mass-produced card if you needed something like that. So then I attached all of the brads through the card. I did actually end up putting just a little piece of tape you can kind of see it when the light gets in the way there on the brad, so that it couldn't shift while I was adhering it, and then it would hopefully stay flat as well and not add a ton of bulk to the card. But yeah, that is pretty much the card design. I didn't even add embellishments, you guys, which if you've been with me, you know I love embellishments. They are my favorite thing ever, but I didn't feel like this card needed it. That brad in the center of the snowflake is beautiful. It's eye-catching. It didn't need anything else to me, so I did not add anything else. I just, adhered my card panel to my base, and I called that done. And I love this. These would also be stunning if you did ink blended colors in like purples. I think that would be really pretty. Pinks, of course, would be really stunning, but I try to stay away from doing all of my Christmas cards as an untraditional color set. So I thought blue really leans itself into a beautiful Christmas. So that is the card set I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you leave me a like, leave me a comment, and consider subscribing. I do new videos every Monday and Thursday. And of course, right now we are in the Christmas, but I have a lot of fun ideas that come up on the channel. So hopefully you will stick around. And I am thinking about doing some Halloween cards here in maybe September. So you guys tell me your thoughts. Do you do Halloween cards? Do you enjoy making them? What are your thoughts? Let me know. So that is everything I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you've made it all the way to the end of the video, leave me your favorite blue emoji. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now.